Did you know that our bodies are like incredible machines with tiny, specialized parts that work together to keep us alive and well? These tiny parts are called animal tissues, and they have some fascinating characteristics that make them unique. Let's take a closer look at what makes animal tissue so amazing. First is cellularity. Animal tissues are made up of groups of tiny cells. Think of cells as the building blocks of life. Each tissue is like a team of different cells working together. Just like a soccer team has defenders, midfielders, and forwards, animal tissues have various types of cells with specific roles. Next is specialization. Imagine if your favorite superhero could do everything, fly, swim, and run faster than a speeding car. That would be awesome, right? Well, animal tissues are a bit like that. They have their own superpowers, and they're specialized to do specific jobs. For example, muscle tissues are like the superheroes of movement, while nervous tissues are the masters of communication. Make sure to subscribe to the channel to never miss any episode. This will add value to your life. So the question arises, what is extracellular matrix? Think of this as the secret base where our heroes hang out. It's like the headquarters of each tissue. The extracellular matrix is a mixture of special proteins and other molecules that provide support and help tissues communicate. It's like the invisible force that keeps everything together. And then we have vascularity. Some tissues are like busy cities with lots of traffic, blood vessels, while others are like quiet towns with only a few cars passing by. This traffic, or vascularity, depends on how much blood supply a tissue needs. Tissues like muscles need a lot of blood because they're always active, while others, like tendons, don't need as much. Another is regeneration potential that varies among tissues. Some, like epithelial tissue, skin, can heal well, similar to superheroes with healing powers. However, tissues like the brain and heart struggle to heal, akin to superheroes without such powers. Organization in our bodies is like a superhero team. Tissues unite to form vital organs, working together to ensure the body functions optimally. Organs like the heart are composed of different tissues cooperating to pump blood and maintain life. Plasticity is our body's adaptability, resembling superheroes learning new skills to defeat foes. Muscles grow stronger through exercise, showcasing plasticity. Specific proteins and markers are unique symbols for each tissue, assisting scientists in identifying and understanding tissues. Innervation involves communication through nerves, with tissues like muscles and skin rich in nerves, akin to a superhero hotline. Integration mirrors superheroes collaborating, with tissues working harmoniously to maintain body balance, known as integration. Before we begin our study, we must note that the diversity in animal kingdom is huge, and to cover all types of tissues, we first need to classify them. Then, we can study each category and know about them. But how should we classify them? What should be our basis? Animal tissues can be classified in several ways, depending on the criteria and characteristics used for classification. Here are some common ways to classify animal tissues. First, histological classification. It is based on the tissue's microscopic structure and cell types. The four main histological types are epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscle tissues, and nervous tissues. Next, tissues are categorized by their primary functions in the body. Contractile tissues, such as muscles, enable movement. Epithelial tissues protect structures. Connective tissues offer support and structure, while nervous tissues transmit and receive signals, aiding communication within the body. Animal tissues can also be classified based on their origin, which involves three germ layers. Ectoderm-derived tissues, forming skin and nervous tissues. Mesoderm-derived tissues, comprising muscle, connective, etc., and endoderm-derived tissues, giving rise to digestive and respiratory epithelia. Additionally, tissues are categorized by their structural complexity into simple tissues, single cell layer, stratified tissues, multiple cell layers, and complex tissues with various cell types and structures, for example, blood tissue. Lastly, tissues are classified by their regenerative capacity. Yeah, animals have regenerative abilities, humans too. Guess the part of our body that grows even after being chipped away? Comment your answers below. Anyway, labile tissues like skin and blood cells regenerate continuously. Stable tissues, such as the liver and bone, can regenerate when required. Permanent tissues like neurons and cardiac muscle have minimal regenerative ability. The classification of animal tissues is a diverse and multidimensional field, and these categories are not mutually exclusive. Different classification methods are used in biology and medicine to better understand the structure, function, and significance of various tissues in the body. The choice of classification method depends on the context and the specific aspect of the tissues under consideration. We will follow the way called histological classification. Don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Let's dive into this exciting classification and learn about the 4 main tissue types. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.